get our hands dirty. Tub party's about to begin. Well, is that a weird thing to say? Is that kind of weird? Hit something. Excuse you. Tubs all welded up and boxed in. All right, we're out here locked and loaded, Animal Auto. I just left the donut garage, spent way too long mounting these things up, but they look great. Got 615K pluses, front and rear, 225 4018 for the front, and I'm going back to a 265 in the rear. That's what I used to run in the Torx, but I started breaking everything. 240 should hopefully be a little stronger, and I just like the way a 265 fits on a 10.5. Style-wise, it just looks better, fills the fender well better, and obviously, you know, you got mad grip, so we're gonna party with that. I usually run a smaller tire, but this is the smallest 615K plus they have, but I should have plenty of room with the Origin Lab fenders that I got, so we're gonna pull these bad boys out, go ahead and throw them on the car, and then you gotta do a little bit of trimming on fiberglass when you are doing low boy stuff. So the goal for today is to mount the wheels, mount the Aero, tow arms, traction rods, and a couple of other suspension bits. The other rear dual caliper bracket from K240SX. I'm gonna slap that on the other side because I only put one side on that day because I was in a rush. So we're gonna do all the final little things, get this car on the ground, and get an idea of what it's gonna look like unpainted, and hopefully be 10 steps closer to throwing it on the dyno right there. Anytime you come to Animal Auto, you either see S15 or GTR. There's two GTRs and there's a Jolly, and then there's my piece of junk in the back. So Cole Seeley, you did a good job with this. Looks good. Here we have the Origin Lab Type 3 180SX fenders. As you can see, they are wide boys. I've got to cut this lip off as flat as I can get it, just so I have steering clearance at the ride height I'm going to try to achieve. Here's the Origin Stream 180SX bumper. We're going pretty OG spec. I've always wanted to run this kit. I just never had the car to do it, so now it's time to do it. Like I said, I've been hoarding parts for quite some time, so it'll get wiped down and looking good. And here's the man, the myth, the legend himself, old Serge. Serge actually got jumped by 20 people and he beat them all up. That's right. All he got is a little black guy. You don't. Right. So if you see Serge on the streets, don't play yourself, all right?
I said simple, I said super.
So you making bash bars for this bumper, huh?
Yes, sir.
What's your trick to making bash bars?
I pretty much make everyone different according to body kit. I guess.
Right.
Bend them to fit up in there, and then make a little fit the bottom.
It's nice and simple, huh?
Yeah.
You make everything look easy. So Serge is gonna crack on the bash bars. I'm gonna start cutting on the fenders, and hopefully I don't ruin anything. And while I'm at it, I'll throw on the, oh yeah, here, let me show you. I called my boys over at Njuku Racing, got traction rods, and since I switched from the high kit setup, I didn't have tow rods at all. So we got these Bad Daddy ISR tow rods, nice and thick, and should hopefully take every dirt drop that I do. I'm gonna throw those on, traction rods, and then we'll cut and party and get this thing going.
Oh my gosh! That was a scary one. No! It's dangerous territory over here. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, so cut the fenders. As you can see, there's a lot more space here. The coilover is set to higher than I would actually run it because I wanted to get on and off the trailer really easily. I'm gonna max it out, but I actually placed an order for custom super low BC Racing coilovers, which basically allow you to go lower than the standard off the shelf model, probably lower than you should be, like break your oil pan low. So those are on the way and those will get me to the ride height that I want. But for now, I'll just max these out and get it on the ground and see what it looks like. So Serge is still going ham on the bash bar. You having fun?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Serge is always having fun. Everyone be like Serge. And then I went ahead and finally slapped the second dual caliper bracket onto the rear, so both sides are kitted out. ISR tow rods, I'm just looking for some bolts to slap those onto there. I can wait to do the traction rods, so I'll leave those there. Just want to get the car on the ground. So I'm gonna pull the rear coilovers out, max them out low. We're just gonna keep grinding away. Hopefully we get this car on the ground tonight. If not, bright and early tomorrow morning, we will get it done.
That A6 was like lame. Damn.
Since I don't have the max low, the super low coilover kit, I'm gonna do a little old school cheat, droop the spring, and it'll allow the shock to settle lower. Not necessarily the best thing performance wise, but the coilover is good enough, even droop, you'll still eat. So.
Can you not do it there?
How were you?
That's gross, though. That's not how you do that. That's disturbing.
Is it better?
No!
What do you want me to do? Oh, it's because I was going like this? Oh, shit, I wasn't doing that on purpose.
Tight, almost there. Spinner KS.
265 is beefy on there. It's a little fatter than I expected, but we'll correct that with a little camber. Definitely gonna have to cut this this fat lip off, but I don't want to make a mess in the shop. We got really nice cars in here, so when I get here tomorrow morning, I'm gonna drill out these rivets, pull this off, take it outside, cut that. Dual caliper bracket is done on this side. It's done on the other side. I need to get tow rod bolts. The front is mounted up, looking all nice. Can probably actually pull a little bit of camber out of this one. Yeah, because it's you know, it's jacked all the way in, so we'll pull that out. Serge has fully mocked up his bash bar. He's basically setting it up to where if we crash, you're screwed. Yeah, because this is a little beast.
You win, or you're gonna win.
Yeah. Is this usually how you design your bash bars?
Yeah, pretty much. Usually I would just do like a single up front, you know?
Yeah.
But I think like with all the work and everything.
May as well go all the way in. But the best part about it is it's removable. If I need to, I just unbolt 4 bolts and it comes right off. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. This is nice. And it fits perfectly on the bumper. Probably supports the bumper up a little bit too.
Yeah, so we'll pick up some pool noodle.
Okay.
Like the foam or whatever.
I see.
And we'll just wrap it up.
Just so it doesn't like hit just vibration and weird noises.
And then once that, like with the foam, it'll like keep it snug.
Like, oh yeah, that's a good, look at that fitment. Would you just look at it?
Are you kidding me? Would you look at that?
So it's pretty late already. I'm tired, Serge is tired, Jolly's tired. So we're just gonna go ahead and call it a night. Come back tomorrow morning, bright and early, try to get this thing on the ground, and hopefully it looks as good as I pictured it would look. Otherwise, I'll be sad, but I think it'll look good. VSKFs, Origin Aero, Honda K, Surge Fab. It's got everything you need. We'll be back in the morning. As you can see, the C-Time Stallion is out of the shop. That means we finally got it rolling. We mounted all the suspension arms, dual caliper brackets. Raul ran all the fuel lines from the surge tank all the way to the front of the car, so that's pretty much wrapped up. Serge went ahead and smashed out this bash bar, and he took it upon himself to paint it that metallic gold I showed you guys the other day. So that's looking really good. That's gonna, whew. I am very excited to get this car over to West Jones Auto to slap a nice coat of paint on this car. But right now we are gonna make the car look like a car, which will hopefully motivate us to get the car running next week, because that's when the Haltech is gonna show up. So once we get the Haltech ECU and the harness, can pretty much slap that on, throw some power at it, and I can't see why it wouldn't start. So first things first, make it look like a car, and then hopefully next time we will start this bad boy. So let's do it. Actually, I lied. Before we get started, I pulled these taillights out because I got some new boys from my boys over at Njuka Racing. If you have a 240SX hatch and you want to rival coupes because everyone loves the coupes, you got to have these bad boys. These are special. They're beautiful. 180SX Type X taillights. Got to have it for me. So let's go ahead and slap these on real quick and then get this car together. Baby. So it's nowhere near being done, but sometimes you just have to put it together and get an idea of what you're working with to motivate you to go to the next level. You know, I still got to do some trimming on the fiberglass. That's just a part of the fiberglass gang. The side skirt's not even mounted up and it fits perfect. It's just sitting in the door pocket and that sits there perfectly. But those bad boys are looking good in there. I have the center garnish too. I just haven't swapped it out yet. Yeah, I didn't put this fender on, so that was just a big flex. Like I said, I just wanted the car to look like a car for me. Serge, what you got? What's left on the fab list?
Rear bash bar, got finished welding the downpipe.
I saw you started making an intake tube as well.
Yeah, intake and mount power steering, and that's pretty much it.
So we're
four things on my list.
So realistically, if the Haltech and the wiring harness gets here next week and Andrew Molina's feeling feisty,
yeah, it could happen next week. By the end of next week, for sure.
Could crank this thing up.
Yep. Probably get to see Dyno like Friday.
Oh, I was just talking about starting it, but he's talking about Dyno. So we're close. Honda powered, tubbed out, Johnnied out, Origined out, J-Towned out, S13, Super C-Time Stallion. Big shout out to Serge. He's absolutely shredded on all the fabrication on this thing. Without him, this would not even be happening. Until next time. Arm's length. I'm gonna have to start treating you like Cacao. Like you're Hert 2016 and I'm Cacao 2016.
Dude, that's not a good look for you, man.
Arm's length, bro.
It's not a good look for you.
What do you mean, what's not?